Okay, so it is now Friday morning around 4:45 a.m. I did 15 minutes meditation just now. But I'm going to be planning the day. I made my environment far more simple. I just recorded the first time I've ever done one like that, but the vlog that I just recorded is called About Yesterday. And it's just a summary of how I didn't really get anything done. It's literally the exact same as this one. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to journal, get my day started. I already drank my water, and something I'm going to start doing is drinking my water, coffee, and journaling before I turn my computer on, just to make sure that I'm actually present as I'm going through those tasks, because usually I'm not, and I'm leading to those little shortcuts having like a negative compounding effect on my focus. So that's how I'm gonna get the day started, and then from that point forward I have a few client messages that I have to deal with, and then it's going to be script writing the entire day. Then I have 2 sales calls. All right, just got my client work done. I'm going to give you guys an update on the calendar. So you can see here, I've got the ramp up done, client work, and then Tate script. I can't show the rest because I don't want to show you who I'm jumping on a sales call with later today. But yeah, this is the Tate script so far. I've kind of got like the bullet points that I want to go through for it. I'm going to check out Golf Cart. It's a channel that makes kind of similar videos to me, except about streamers, and I joined their WAP community, so there's some interesting stuff there. But yeah, feeling good. Definitely back in business. I wanted to show you guys something that, I don't know, you guys see I wear the 7-Figure Creator branded hat, but I don't think I've shown that I also have a 7-Figure Created mouse pad that I don't use because it's too small sometimes, but I just decided, you know what, I'm going to keep using it. My coffee's not done. I need to get better at finishing my coffees because just ridiculous. I don't finish them. But yeah, I am feeling good in terms of just my work and kind of starting to rejuvenate that, I don't know, just energy. One of the things that I know I need to do is get the operations of my agency cleaned up, but I also want to go through and do like a rejigged version of a self alchemy and print out like the physical paper and do that whole thing again, because I kind of have one right now. It's called a visualizer for me. So you can see here, it's kind of personal, so I'll stay zoomed out for now, but if I were to like zoom into just like the business part, you can see I've got like everything that I do with my channels and the plan and everything there. So I want to put that onto a physical piece of paper, get that all kind of planned out. And you also see the whiteboard. I have the goals behind me for this month. I got to get the Tate Biz and main channel video out, the outreach, which I'm probably going to miss, systemized service delivery, and daily vlog. So that is all, but I want to get to 10K a month MRR with the agency, which again in 2 months would be pretty solid, relaunching from nothing. And the main thing for me that it comes down to is making sure that I get the right clients on board, and almost like life clients, people that are dedicated to the long term of content, and I can use to really build the infrastructure of the media company, and then use those resources to start to really look into the done with you and the teaching side of the YouTube stuff as I continue to double down and implement building myself, and then manage the small part of channels that I have in-house. So that's that, but that's all future talk. I'm going to get this Tate script done, and then I also need to plan out what images I'm going to get printed out, because then what I can do is I'm going to go and get the actual board set up. Like I do physical crime board, so I have to get that built, and then I will be able to record it. I don't know if I'll be able to record it today, but my editor should be working on the hook. He's MIA, which sometimes occurs and is honestly really annoying, but there's usually a good reason behind it. It's just annoying that it has to happen. So yeah, I have to wait on him for that, but that's the thing now, is this video is going to be a bit shorter, so I can even just like get started with the editing on it. So that is all. It's the update, and now I'm going to get crack-a-lacking on this. Alright, little update for you guys. It is now 7:12, so we are an hour and 30 minutes into the script writing, and I want to show you guys the new script writing style that I'm going to be doing. So first and foremost, I want to just pull up the previous one because I want to explain. The biggest bottleneck on all of the videos so far has been the post-production. So what would happen is I would get a huge rush done on the pre-production, and it would be done, and I'd have an hour-long recording, or 3 hours long of footage, an hour long when cut up, and then it's extremely intimidating to go through and edit at that point. So all of the burden for the Rob the Bank video, 3.5 out of the 4 months it took was with the video recorded. So it was all the post-production. And it's also the biggest breaking point when it comes to team. So I don't really need help when it comes to script writing, thumbnail ideas. I think given the amount of time I've put into it, nobody's gonna beat me on my channel doing it at the price that I have the money to afford, which to get somebody better than me, it would cost quite a bit of money. And I don't have any intention to streamline what I want to do right now. I really like doing it myself. I enjoy this. But this is the burden. So if I show you the previous script of Rob the Bank, you can see it's just a lot of words. And I would just throw this onto a teleprompter and go through it. And it would be an absolute pain. Now, there's a creator called Dodford, and he makes videos entirely out of B-roll of people. So he makes videos on actors, and there is one on Adam Sandler he made that I really liked. It's a really great video. And I watched the interviews because everyone's very clearly impressed by this. It's insane how he's doing these videos, and he barely even says a word. It's just the actor in different scenes from their life piecing together audio to form a story. How do you plan that? How do you go through somebody's career and dissect that? And his process was simple. It was a Google Doc, and within it he would link every single bit of footage together in the doc edit. So the post-production for him wasn't about finding the clips were already found. And I've adopted that for this video. So you can see here, this is an hour and 15 minutes. Now keep in mind I have to do research, and I'll probably speed up as I do it more and more. But you can see now each section has the B-roll that's going to go here. So this is the photo of Andrew when he was young. This is the hospital. Oh crap, this one's wrong. Okay, bad example. Yeah, this one's definitely wrong. This is the wrong photo. This is supposed to be the Walter Reed Army Medical Center. But I think all the other ones are all good. So yeah, this is a photo, and you can see each sentence has the photo / asset that I'm going to use. So this one is going to be a video here, right? So it's all kind of planned out, and that makes it really easy for the post-production process, to the point where I can either give it to an editor that can completely take care of it, or quite frankly, if I'm not satisfied with the amount of time it's taking for my editor, because I'm doing the right amount of pre-planning, I should just be able to go through and do it myself. So for each of these, like I said, the asset's there, and it makes it so so simple. So that is kind of the breakdown of the script writing thus far, and I know that this is gonna absolutely change the game for my videos, because it will also make me fully intentional with what I'm saying. I'm not just gonna say words that don't have footage for them, which was a huge issue at the Rob the Bank video and the other videos that just lead to a bunch of odd B-roll, which I don't like. So my monitor just went black. I'm not sure what's going on. But beyond that, I'm just waiting for my second coffee to be steeped or boiled, because I'm using instant coffee. And then yeah, we're gonna get back to writing. But this is what I enjoy, and it makes me feel more like I'm making, blurry. Makes me feel more like I'm making videos instead of just being an editor of them, which was the big thing that I spent so long editing. I didn't get to do anything other than the boring stuff that I don't really enjoy in terms of making videos for so long, which sucked. And my HDMI cable fell out, so I'm fixing that. But yeah, that's kind of the update. I am going to get back to work. And another thing, if you are a fellow desk worker, which I imagine everybody is, this is something I stole from Mark Builds Brands, but I had kind of intuitively started doing it, but he was the person that made it intentional for me, which I mentioned in the earlier clip. But do not let space be behind your monitor. You have to contract your field of vision for working. And I've even seen these BenQ monitors, which is the best monitor company in the world for gaming. They have blinders on the sides of the monitors, like right here, that go out. So it even blocks your periphery even more. So that's something that I'm considering like home making, but for right now, I can reduce my periphery so much to where you just kind of fall into the screen, which is what you need out of working, right, to get good stuff done. So it also means that because I'm not spending my whole day editing, and my editing's simple, I'm not like wasting time and needing like a second monitor, this, that. It's just too much. And that was the issue. I got warped into a bunch of BS because I was solving for a second layer problem other than addressing the root. The root problem was the fact that my pre-production process was dog shit, which was creating lots of post-production burden. And in order to alleviate the post-production burden problem, I went ahead and got the second monitor all set up, and I did all the editing, and all that stuff happened. When in reality, the right answer was no, you just have to go through in the pre-production and get it dialed in. And I don't know if I could have done that for the Rob the Bank video, but I'm not going to miss that opportunity for this one. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of improvements off this one, but that's the good part, is that I'm making these big jumps, and I can already tell you there's going to be a massive jump. That being said, water's good now, so bye-bye. Okay, boys, so I've been script writing for another 4 hours. I'm jumping onto a sales call, pretty big company now, but got all the script writing not done. I would say I'm about halfway through the total script writing. So I'm gonna do this meeting, and I'll keep you boys updated after the fact, because I'm gonna have another few more hours till my next meeting, and the goal is to get the script done in that time, and then jump on that final sales call. Okay, I just finished my sales call. I honestly did pretty good on that sales call. I spoke extremely clearly, which I'm actually quite proud of. I was very articulate on that sales call. One thing I noticed. Now, which I have a tendency to not do when I talk about YouTube, if you haven't noticed. Now, that being said, I just got through all of my client messages. I got quite a bit while I was on that call, surprisingly, just like they all come at the same time. It's weird. But now I have to send the guy I spoke with a proposal. It's one of those proposals where I think it's in good faith. He's an older gentleman, so I'm respecting his way to do business, and I think that's the right way to set foot in the relationship. Not only am I not a I'm not a closing-oriented salesperson, so I'm not trying to close, I'm just trying to provide enough value, and if they want to buy, they want to buy. I also respect that this dude's like 3 times my age, and I'm going to conduct business in the way that he sees fit, so long as it isn't taking advantage of me, which I don't think a proposal is. So that's what I'm going to get done now, and I'm just going to get it out of the way fast, show that I'm a quick mover, and then set a good impression. And then he's also going to be going to sleep soon, so that buys me quite a bit of time. I might actually want to send it to him tomorrow just so it doesn't come across as low effort. That might be smarter. So I'll do that instead. Now, I'm gonna get the Tate script done. I've got a call at 4:30 in the Eastern time zone. Or it's at 4 o'clock. That means I have 3 hours and 30 minutes till my next meeting, which I'm going to dedicate towards just locking in on finishing the script for this Tate video. And then that will have been, let me check my Rise. By the way, this is an app, it's free. You can all install it and it will be really good for you. It has this little timer that you can get and it shows you when you're working. It will also like pop on your screen when you're not working. The paid plan's a scam in my opinion. Just doesn't really help you much. I just find that little timer useful versus having like a physical kitchen timer that just makes your desk more cluttery. So it also does your total amount of hours of the day for work, so you get kind of get like a reward for working hard. Anyways, I need my time, so I'm gonna get back to this, and yeah, things are going good. All right, guys, Tate video. I'll show you the progress. So you can see here, I've got this, and all of the content is B-roll planned out all the way up until chapter 2 being done, and then I have to get into this, chapter 3, etc. Video's probably gonna be around 30 minutes, I don't know. But I'm kind of like planning out all the edits for my editor, so I don't think there should be an issue getting it done. And if there is, then I'll just do it. I don't care. That being said, I've been locked the fuck in, to be honest. Like, look at this. When I work on my own YouTube videos, I seem to just get a lot of work done. And there's also no periphery. It's important. This part of my room is conducive to getting zero work done. If I'm looking in this direction, no work gets done. If I'm looking this direction, lots of work gets done. This direction, no work gets done. Only if there's a camera pointing back at me and here. That's the only time work gets done. But pointing just there and I'm looking that direction and there's no camera, that's not that camera, no work gets done. So I have this call 5 minutes. Guy's cool. Like I said, I've known about him since I started entrepreneurship because my first ever client spoke very highly of him. Whoa, exposure. But yeah, my first ever client spoke very highly of this gentleman. So it's always going to be cool to kind of have a full circle moment because I never got the chance to meet him. And is my camera broken? Whoa, what's going on? Is my exposure? It's gone. I guess it's fixed for whatever reason. So we're going back here. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to meet him, and I'll keep you guys updated with how it goes. But as you can tell, I've been working a very long while, but it doesn't really feel like work when I'm doing my own videos. So maybe I come back and get more done after. I probably should just go for a run after, so I'm going to make sure my phone's charged, and yeah, I'll keep you boys updated. I also have to get that proposal ready probably tonight or tomorrow. Second call done. About how long in the lab? About an hour. Fuck. Wait, let me check. I don't even know how long I was on that call. Oh, okay, not that bad. I was in the lab for about an hour, 50 minutes, close to. So, great chat with him. I'm gonna get him a proposal. He is honestly a really great prospect too. Both these guys are super solid prospects. I definitely know I can help him. Very interested, cool guy. Lots of mutuals and whatnot. So now I have to get these 2 proposals done. The Tate script is about halfway done. And what's so great about the script is that almost all the post-production on the video is done too. I'm 11 hours in. It's at the point of the day where if I know that I push it, it's going to go bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a run. I might settle down in the evening to work on these proposals just a little bit, get them going, maybe drum it up and get it sent over. But from that point forward, I don't think I'm gonna finish the script today. Might just play around with it and then, yeah, just keep pushing. I got 2 client videos to post tomorrow on Saturday, which is fine. the clients weren't that active during the week, so it is what it is. And now I'm going to go for a run. And by the way, I apologize. Run Talks had been discontinued because I'll explain the full story, but my phone company scammed me. I have 2 phones. One was my old phone, my trap phone, and one was the new phone, the iPhone. And they screwed up the setup. I kid you not. I almost I was in disbelief when I heard this on the phone. But I'm saying to them, yo, I want to cancel the trap phone subscription. And if I can show you guys that phone. So where's the main phone? Okay. So this is my main phone, the iPhone, which I don't even like. I hate iPhones. It's just a time vortex. And I usually don't keep it in my room unless I'm about to go for a run, so that's why it's here. This is the trap phone. And this phone, you can tell, has had its fair share of wear and tear. Like, I can pull the back off of it. And I call the cellular company, which I will not name because they're known for being quite strict. I don't give a fuck. It's Freedom Mobile. Freedom Mobile. I go and I say to Freedom Mobile, all right, I would like you guys to cancel this phone. I don't use it anymore. They said, you can't cancel this phone, which I've had because I got it for the Fortnite Season 10 second Galaxy skin. Not the guy one, but the girl Galaxy skin, the S10e. That's why I got this phone. But I can't cancel this phone that's fully paid off and has been for years until I'm done paying off this phone, which I had got probably about a year after they told me this. So I've been paying 2 phone bills because they're not letting me cancel this one until I'm finished paying off this one. And I finally finished paying off this one this month. But I kid you not, it's like $500 down the drain just because of this like stupid phone. I just want to throw it at a wall and break it. Now, it's stupid, and where it gets even more stupid is, okay, maybe they have some kind of policy where, you know, it's like a package deal with the phones, and like I get locked into a plan. I kid you not, I asked the person why on earth they have this stupid fucking policy, and they tell me, oh, it's just an error. It's just an error. We can't fix it. Like, well, can you fix my $500 that I've spent on this phone that I don't use? Long story short, never mind, it's not long story short, but to continue the story, the reason why Run Talks haven't been happening is because when I went back to Canada for the new year, I used up all the data on this phone. So when I came back to Florida, this phone's data wouldn't work because apparently my data is limited, which I've never hit the limit until I spent 2 weeks working on a hotspot, which I guess is a sign that unless I'm being an idiot, there really is no limit. And I could always pay for more, but I was being stubborn. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to use it to the end of the month because I figured out that this phone has data that I never use. So I've been using this phone to go on runs with. And it's until the start of February that I could use this phone again for data because the month reset. So I can do Run Talks again, but I'm kind of out of the habit of doing them. So maybe I'll squeeze one in, I don't know. But there's some lore in one of the many tabernacles of my life. I'm tired.